If exercise helps Parkinson's, why does it feel harder the more you try to do it? Seriously, most people with Parkinson's don't quit exercise because they don't care. They quit because no one ever taught them how to exercise with Parkinson's. So if you've ever thought, I know exercise is good for me, so why does my body fight me every step of the way? Then this episode is for you. And stay with me because today I'm going to show you how to exercise smarter, not harder. And by the end, you'll have a completely different way of looking at your workouts, especially on the days when your motivation is gone.
Welcome to Living with Parkinson's. The good, the bad, and the reality. Real talk, real life, real community with Bryce Perry. Let's begin.
Okay, all right, let's talk about exercise the way people with Parkinson's actually experience it. Not the Instagram version, not the just push through it advice, real life. Now, if you're new here, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next because these episodes are building on each other and they're designed to actually help you live better, not feel worse. Okay, let me start with a story. And I've lost count of how many times I've started exercising again. I'd have a good week, maybe two. And then Parkinson's would show up with fatigue, stiffness, or an off day. And suddenly everything felt 10 times harder. And here's the trap that I fell into for years. I thought consistency meant doing the same thing the same way, no matter what. So when I couldn't, I felt like I failed. And that's not an exercise problem. It's not a brain problem. Well, it's sort of a brain problem because it's a Parkinson problem. And once I understood that, everything started to change for me. Now, let me tell you exactly what's really happening. Exercise doesn't magically create dopamine. It teaches your brain how to use what dopamine you have more efficiently. But dopamine is also tied to effort, tied to motivation, and tied to fatigue. So some days exercise feels really doable. Other days, it feels like your brain is saying, nope, 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 too expensive, not going to do it today. And that doesn't mean that exercise stopped working. It means that your nervous system is managing energy differently that day. In plain English, your brain is constantly budgeting effort. And if you ignore that budget, it starts to push back. And here's the mistake that most all of us make. We treat every exercise day the same. And Parkinson's doesn't work that way. You know that. Every day's different. So instead, I want to give you a framework that finally made exercise make sense for me. What I learned was that exercise has three types of days with Parkinson's. And once you learn to recognize them, then exercise stops feeling like a battle. So what are the 3 days? Here they go. Number one, what I call them are green light days. Now, these are your good days, your good medication days. Your energy is decent. Your movement feels smoother. This is where you do strength training. You can do the boxing, cardio, balance work. And this is where you can really challenge yourselves on those days. You can really push yourself. And here's the mistake I made early on. I treated green days like permission to overdo it. And then I always paid for it after. Anybody been there before? How about that? Hashtag been there. But here's plain English around that. Green days are for progress, not for punishment. And that's what you have to remember. Okay, the second day, we're going to call those the yellow light days. Now, these are the in-between days. You're not awful, but you're not great. You're stiff, foggy, a little slower, not quite feeling it. This is where a lot of people quit though. Like on these yellow days, they'll quit. But yellow days what I call maintenance days. Those days are good for walking, stretching, mobility, chair work, big movements without intensity. And here's the reframe that changed everything for me. Yellow days protect progress. They don't erase it. There you go. Now, if that just clicked, drop yellow in the comments. Now, let's move on to the third type of day, exercise day with Parkinson's, and we're going to call these the red light days. Now, these are the tough ones. These are the off periods, the bad sleep days, the heavy fatigue days. And here's the biggest lie that we tell ourselves. If I can't do a full workout, it doesn't count. And that's wrong. Okay? What red days are for, okay, are for those gentle range of motion days. Just posture resets, breathing, one intentional movement. Red days keep the habit alive. They're not about fitness, they're about continuity. Now, I'm going to give you 5 truths that will change everything. Truth number 1, pushing through fatigue trains your brain to avoid exercise. Your brain remembers pain. It really does. It does not remember intention. So if you try to push through and you end up paying for it for 2 days, your brain's going to say, ooh, exercise, no good. So don't push through it like that. Don't do it. Truth number 2, consistency beats intensity every single time with Parkinson's. 10 minutes done often beats one heroic workout followed by a burnout. Truth number 3, exercise works best when matched with medication timing. Not perfectly, but intentionally. Truth number 4, you don't lose progress in one bad week, but you do lose momentum if you quit completely. Truth number 5, the goal of exercise with Parkinson's is not improvement every day. No, it's not. What is it? It's staying in the game long enough to improve over time. That's what it is. Okay, quick check-in. If you've ever quit an exercise routine because Parkinson's made it feel impossible, type same in the comments. You're not weak. You were just using the wrong rules. Now, let's talk to those of you doing this on your own. I want to give you one practical tip here. Create a default exercise. What does that mean? Same place, same time, same movement. Something you can do without even thinking about it. When motivation is gone, defaults will save you. Period. Okay, and that brings us now to Carmen's Care Partner Corner. Here's what my wife Carmen wanted me to share with you today. Exercise can be tricky for care partners. We want to help, but we often push in ways that create pressure instead of support. One thing that helped us was recognizing different exercise days. Not every day is a push day. A practical tip for care partners is asking, what kind of exercise days does it actually feel like? Instead of saying, you should really work out today. Another tip is celebrating effort, not output. Showing up matters more than how long or how hard. And here's my Carmenism of the day. Exercise support isn't about pushing harder. It's about pushing smarter. Right to the point, Carmen. Boom, you nailed it. Thank you for that so much. And that's really, really important. And again, I'm just going to say this one last time. That's exactly why I built boot camp. So exercise isn't guesswork. So you're not doing it alone. So you have structure that adapts to real life Parkinson's days. You have to play in reality. Might as well. And if you want systems, accountability, and people who get it, again, that link's in the description below. And before we wrap up, finish this sentence in the comments. Most days, my exercise feels hardest when blank. You know, your answer might help someone else feel less alone by if you answer it honestly. And here's today's Bryce-ism. With Parkinson's, exercise isn't about how hard you work. It's about how often you come back. You don't need perfect workouts. You need sustainable ones. You take that one to the bank, and you remember that because, again, this is the year that we're pushing back on this Parkinson's thing. We are not going to let Parkinson's rule our lives. We are going to rule our Parkinson's. There you go. If you believe that, give me a like, and I'll see you next time. But until then, I want you to keep showing up. I want you to keep being real. And I want you to keep doing life today. Bye now.
Parkinson's may be part of your life, but it doesn't get to define it. Thanks for listening to Living with Parkinson's, the good, the bad, and the reality. If this episode moved you, helped you, or reminded you you're not alone, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Want to go deeper? The Inner Circle is waiting. Monthly Zoom calls, 24/7 community, and a direct line to Bryce. You'll find the link in the show notes. Until next time, keep showing up and keep doing life today.